Anyway, this is Operations Officer Windfall. According to actual material that I have gained from the pursuit of my duties, what are your duties, my dear? I work for the CIA. But anyway, in that vein, only in that vein, I had discovered, to my amazement, that they have decided that their device, their explosion, their big day in the sun is actually in the works. That means they have it. They have the bomb designed and they have it delivered to wherever it is. According to other information I received not too long ago, a bus driver or somebody that works for Metro is in cahoots with these terrorists and has found a way to secrete, that is, secretly deliver or store this explosive device, which is of some tremendous power. Evidently it is a military-grade explosive device. That means they use C4 probably in the construction of it. And I don't know. And they have it. They have it, and they're ready to do it. Anyway, now the question is, and I already told you who is the most, let's say, the central figure in all this. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's an animal. It's an animal. It's a beast. It's one of those evil beasts I call demon monkeys. Anyway, and it's a big demon monkey. Sometimes it's small, but mostly it's big. It's over 6 feet tall. I didn't know they piled shit that high, but they do. But anyway, that being said, the plan is in play. That is, they've gotten to a point where they've actually figured out they can take their little show on the road and they'll plant this bomb, or have it already planted, this bomb, on a bus or a train, but probably a bus with people on it. And they'll have shadowy figures with masks on the bus at such time as they'll take over the bus, as if to make it a ransom attempt, but it won't be. It'll be a terrorist act. And what will happen is, at some point, the lawful authorities, like one day when I was here, the day I actually got disbarred, I got unbarred by the DSC main shelter, this whole street was shut down because they had that Boston Marathon thing. And I guess they were afraid somebody had left a package courthouse at 515 3rd Avenue. And it helped me quite a bit because I got reinstated, as if by magic. But anyway, what will happen is, probably, I know, this is Munich. This is Munich on steroids. In Munich, the terrorists disguise themselves as actually athletes, victims of the terrorists. And they left the stadium and got on the bloody a plane, and then they escaped because the goddamn fucking Germans weren't paying attention, just like I'm not. So, that being said, what will happen is, this is the way I see it playing out if they actually do it, which I believe they want to do it. What they'll do is they'll hijack a bus like that bus, a Metro bus, and then they'll take over the bus. The authorities will be called. They'll surround the bus, and they'll say they want their demands met, blah blah blah, and then standard negotiating practice for dealing with situations like that is they say, well, you have to give us something, and then we'll give you something. So what they'll do instead is, instead of staying on the bus, they'll get off the bus because they'll masquerade themselves as victims. But they'll actually be the terrorists. So the terrorists will exit the bus leaving the explosive device intact on the bus with a timer or some such thing, ready to blow up the goddamn bus. And so once they've left the bus and they are safely away, the bus will blow up and probably demolish half the goddamn block. That is their plan. That is their plan. The problem is that they're a little bit arrogant in their assumption that they can't be detected. They're so sneaky, they are. Anyway, they're so arrogant. Well, anyway, now that you've heard it all, and you have heard it all, as I have just reported, the date and time is uncertain. But I think I can find that out. But it'll probably be about 2:30 in the afternoon, and it might be today, which is July 9th, 2013, or it might be tomorrow, July 10th. And that's all I can say. It won't be July 11th, I guarantee that. Did you ever see that movie, Quantum of Solace? Think about that. It says Operation Officer Windfall signing off and going to find the terrorists and chop their goddamn head off. I can't do that. I don't have an axe. Well, go find you a goddamn axe. You know, just find a fireman and say, Mr. Fireman, I need an axe so I can chop up this motherfucker's head. And the fireman will say, I can't give you an axe to cut off somebody's head. I said, why not? Because we don't do that. Why not? They deserve it. Anyway, I gotta shut up.